19. I was ringing up cash registers at Home Depot. My neighbor walked in. He said, "What are you doing here, man?" And I told him, "Ringing you up, bro." And he said, "Why don't you come work for me?" I said, "What do you do?" He said, "I'm a parts manager at the local Ford dealerships." Okay, cool. Let's do it. Didn't even really ask what the job was, but he told me I'd be delivering parts, and the Fast and the Furious movie had just come out. So I immediately thought I was going to be like Paul Walker. I was going to be driving a sweet Ford F-150 Lightning, dropping off turbos to speed shops. The reality of it was I was dropping off brake pads in a F-250 with crank windows and rubber floors. I was dropping off brake pads to like Joe's Quick Lube and stuff. So it wasn't quite what I thought it would be, but it ultimately got me started in the automobile industry, which has been great to me. It's been great to my family. Someone asked me earlier, "Tim, why are you doing this? What's in it for you?" I said, well, I just want to give back to the industry that's been good to me. I see how many people around the dealership depend on the dealership to provide livelihoods for their families. So when I learned these things that I'm sharing with y'all, I realized I have an obligation to at least share them. Whether or not you do them, it's entirely up to you. The thing I'm about to show you, I'm going to give you an opportunity. If you watch all the way to the end, I'm going to give you an opportunity to have me do it for you for absolutely nothing, just because it's not that hard. So here's the idea, folks. I had some notes up here first, just because I want to get my focus straight. But here's essentially the concept. We drop a pin right here in our magical whiteboard, and because, as it always has, X marks the spot. That's our dealership. He said, "Tim, I'm trying to reach everybody who speaks Spanish in a 25-mile radius around my dealership." I told Facebook, "Hey, I want to reach everybody in a 25-mile radius." They told me, "Tim, you've got 14,000 people in a 25-mile radius of your dealership that speak Spanish." I wanted no other targeting than that. I'm going to tell you why in just a moment. I said, "Okay, thank you, Facebook. I've got 14,000 people that speak Spanish, are over the age of 18 years old, within a 25-mile radius of my dealership." It's a nice place to start. I could definitely make some headway there. Now, cable, Telemundo, Univision, they're going to want you to spend a ton of money to get on cable and broadcast, etc. Conquest email blast. I just don't know that there's another good way to reach a Spanish-speaking population as efficiently as what I'm about to show you. And frankly, this will work for any, whether it's English, Spanish, any brand that you have. I did Spanish speaking with Mitsubishi. So not the easiest thing to attack, but I'll show you the results here in a second. Facebook told me there's 14,000 people. Facebook, thank you. I said, "Okay, Facebook, I'm going to give you a 30-second Spanish ad from Mitsubishi right off the asset site." Downloaded it from Mitsubishi, gave it to Facebook Business Manager. I said, "Show it to everybody in that 14,000 people." So for $500, really the total amount, drop my marker here. My total spend to put the 14,000 people was $451.09. All of these people saw my video 3 times inside of a 40-day window. Okay. If we stopped there, that'd be a pretty good start. But Tim, shouldn't we do something with that? Yeah, we absolutely should. Facebook gives us the ability to do something that's pretty neat, and cable can't do it, radio can't do it, your Conquest email blast can't do it, direct mail can't do it. Yeah, this is pretty much the only place you can do it. I said, Facebook, of those 14,000 people that have had the opportunity to see my video, I want to know how many people have watched at least half of it. Now, why is this important? So I wanted to know people who have watched 15 seconds of my 30-second commercial. The average view time on Facebook for any video, not even just an ad, is 6 seconds. 6 seconds, the average view time of video on Facebook. If they watched it for 15 seconds, that's 150% more than the average viewer. Would you agree that somebody who shows 150% more interest than average is probably somebody who's interested in what the heck you have to say? I think so. If you went on a date and she stayed for an extra 90 minutes when it was supposed to be an hour dinner, she's probably interested in you. So if you're just remembering that you had that one great date, you should give her a call and not let her get away. She was interested in you. So they watched 15 seconds of a 30-second video. That's 150% more than average. I said, Facebook, how many people watched it for 15 seconds? They came back and they told me, hey, Tim, great news. 1,200 people of my original 14,000 watched it for at least 15 seconds. I said, awesome. That's the group that I want to talk to. This group has identified themselves as auto intenders, and it cost me $451. There's nobody else. There's no agency. There's no digital company. There's no vendor who is selling you intender-based campaigns for $450. And this is why it's so important that you either do it yourself or you say, hey, Tim, can you just do it for me? Because you seem like a pretty cool guy, and I don't think you're trying to sandbag me, because that's the reality of it. 1,200 people said, yeah, I want to see more from you. Okay, cool. So I showed these people a 15-second video. It was kind of a spin on the original 30, again, downloaded right from the asset site. Put it out to these 1,200 people in less than 40 days. I've got all these other colors. I should use them. So in less than 40 days, these 1,200 people saw my commercial, Mitsubishi's commercial, but they saw it associated with my brand. They saw it 24 times. If you were talking cable, this would be a frequency of 24. That's essentially what, if you want to translate it. So they saw it 24 times. These 1,200 people resulted in, you ready for this? This is the crazy part. I had 1,229 100% views. What does that mean? My audience of 1,200 contributed to watching my 15-second commercial 1,229 times to completion. They chose to watch my commercial. I am all tongue-tied. Chose to watch my commercial to completion during their social media time 1,229 times. This cost my time frames might be a little jacked up, but it doesn't change the dollar figure all that much. $447. Nobody is going to give you complete domination with the people who have identified themselves as being most interested in your target audience for $447. They're not going to do it. Why? Because it's self-defeating. If I'm an agency, 20% of that is $90. I can't run a very successful company on $90 a month income. Can't do it. Not saying it's the reason that they don't do it, but I'm just saying that if that's your business model, it's going to be really hard to be successful on that. Again, this was dominating 24 times in 1 month that they saw my commercial. It also, that ad led them back to my website. I'm more than happy to show you what that traffic looked like. It performed well above any pay-per-click advertising that we were doing on any other platform, i.e. Google SEM. Nobody can touch this. You just can't. $900 dominated our entire Spanish-speaking audience with one of the toughest to sell brands. If you'd like me to set up a campaign like this for you, I will do it free of charge. Why? Because it's one time. Once it's set up, it's set it and forget it. You can stick that sucker on autopilot. As people come into the market, it's relevant. If they're not in the market, it doesn't matter. You don't need to change your spot out each month. That's the most ridiculous thing that I've ever seen dealers do, is change the spot every single month. It doesn't make sense. Here you go. Evergreen Facebook and Instagram funnel for $900. You're welcome, and stop paying stupid people. I love you guys so much. See you soon.